Hi, everyone. I'm Mikey Stiller, and it's my pleasure to be with you today. You know, half of the Proctor Gallagher team is already in Los Angeles preparing for our Paradigm Shift event this week, and the other half of us travel tomorrow. So Araj and I have been talking, and we thought we would give you guys a little bit of a preview about what Bob and Sandy are going to be talking about at Paradigm Shift. We're going to talk about some things that happened at the last event, what's going to happen at this event, and hopefully you'll want to join us at the live stream. So, Araj, how are you?
Great, Mikey. How are you?
Doing great. You know, Raj, you were at our last Paradigm Shift event, and I think you'll agree it was our most powerful event that we've ever had. It's a favorite. That's why we're bringing it back again. And what is it that you think made the event so powerful?
You know, I'll tell you first off, I can't agree with you more of this being our best 3-day event that I've ever been to over the last several years. And the thing that made it so powerful is how much depth that Bob went into and gave all the audience and all our clients an actual to-do of what to do and how to do it. Not that he's never done that, but it was in a different way, because the whole event was surrounded by paradigms and how much they control our results, from our productivity, our relationships, our ability to earn income, and all different areas of our life. But Bob really honed in, and I love the exercises that he had people do right on the spot. And I've had so many breakthroughs from my clients, and I know I've shared some with you before of what it does. I think by far it was the most powerful event we've done.
You know, Raj, I know you've been talking to Bob quite a bit. I mean, you always talk to Bob quite a bit. And he is making a few changes to this Paradigm Shift event as opposed to the last one. I think he's bringing back some of the best from the last event and then making it even better. Do you want to talk about that?
Well, without telling exactly what the changes are, I know when I spoke to Bob last week about it and spoke with him earlier today, he has been working very diligently on making this 10 times better than the last one. And being around Bob like I am on a daily basis of talking with him, everything he talks about is being better. He always says better is a great word. And he really wants, and it's not wants, because whenever Bob makes a decision, it's going to happen, is for everybody who's blessed to be a part of this event, they're going to know that this will be significantly different from the last one, because it's going to take on a new personality with the changes that Bob's implementing and how impactful that's going to be for everybody. So for me personally, I'm super excited to be a student in the room of it and implement it in my life.
Thanks, Raj. Now, for people on the line who might be really new to Bob's material and really new to the Proctor Gallagher Institute, could you take a minute to explain what paradigms are and what a paradigm shift is?
Sure. I mean, a paradigm, I always tell my clients, the paradigm is everything. Everything starts and ends in the mind. And a paradigm is a multitude of habits stored in a section of our subconscious mind. Now, the paradigms are the primary cause of our results. Like I said earlier, our paradigm controls our ability to earn money, our relationships, our productivity, our effectiveness, our health. So everything, if anybody looks at their results in their life right now from a neutral standpoint, just know that that's where their paradigm is conditioned, good or bad. Like, I have good paradigms, I have others that I want to make better. So if somebody, for example, wants to improve their income, the only way they're going to do it is by changing their paradigm. If somebody wants to release weight or get healthier in different areas within their body, it all comes down to the paradigm. So if somebody is sitting back there right now who's the newest person, you are incredibly lucky to get a chance to understand this, because it has a direct impact on everything you're doing, whether you are doing it consciously or unconsciously. And so what Bob is going to do at this event is he's going to show you how to do it in a healthy way, you know, and how to do it the right way so you can create a massive jump in your life and really create permanent change, because you don't want to have short-lived change. You want to have permanent change, so you stop wasting your energy focusing on, oh, I'm going to do it this week or I'm going to do it next week. You know, it's the paradigm. I encourage every single person on this, whoever watches this, to understand how important this 3-day event is going to be for their life going forward and what a jump start it's going to have.
That's so interesting. So to be clear, anyone who wants more and better in any aspect of their life, and a paradigm shift has to occur to get them there. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it has to happen. Nothing happens until you shift your paradigm.
That's perfect. And what could someone expect walking away from this event after 3 days? Should they expect, a big change, just more understanding? What are they expecting?
Well, expectation is a very interesting word because we don't get what we want, we get what we expect because our expectations controls our behaviors. So for me, anybody who's coming to this event, I would first of all encourage you to have a very high expectation that this is going to be a game changer in your life. Number two, you're going to leave there so excited and fired up about how to put this and implement this into your life right away. And three, you're going to have the exact direction on what to do and how to do it. And I know whenever we leave an event, we always hold our clients accountable so they get the most out of it. So we tell them, don't make this another event that, okay, you felt really good for 3 days. Because we don't want you just to feel good for 3 days. We want you to use this information and implement it because I've been to seminars where I was the other way, where I'd be really good and then nothing happened. Then I got around Bob, and anybody who spent any time with him knows how effective and powerful he is and how he simplifies and makes it so easy to understand. And so you're going to leave there with an exact executable plan on how to shift your paradigms, and that's going to impact your life significantly no matter what it is that you want to achieve for yourself.
Thanks, Raj. Now, while we keep talking, I would love for everyone to comment on the chat if they're planning to be at Paradigm Shift in person or on the live stream. We'd love to hear from you. Now, Raj, I know one of the most important aspects when you're moving towards success, moving towards your goals, is the individuals around you. And one of the great things about Paradigm Shift, all of our events, both in person and the live stream, is the community aspect and the networking aspect. And so in the room, we obviously have that incubator and networking, but we've also created it for our live streamers. We have this really amazing chat feature and a Facebook group for you guys so that you can stay connected and stay around positive people who are uplifting you. And I was hoping that you could talk just a little bit about just how important that is.
Well, really it's super important because, Bob always has told me your environment is just about or more important than your heredity, because whoever you surround yourself, you become. Now, the people in this community are going to be around like-minded people, and they're going to help each other, hold each other accountable, and they really root each other on too, besides going over ideas. I know from the last paradigm shift, which was, I believe it was last October, and in our community, I still see people every day messaging and having great interaction and great masterminding together. So if anybody has studied Napoleon Hill, and if you've studied Bob, you know how much Bob has studied Napoleon Hill. And he talks about that as one of the key success principles is the mastermind. And I think it's brilliant, whoever in our organization who created that, to make that a community, because I know from the clients that I've worked with how much it's helped them stay connected.
Thanks, Raj. Now, the next thing that I wanted to talk about was everything that they get along with just the event. And so this is really important, especially for our live streamers, because I know everyone is extremely busy. But not only that, there's two ways of learning, and Raj, I'll let you go over those, but one of them that Bob teaches so frequently is repetition. And with your live stream ticket, you get a full 2-week replay, and the replays are available each day right after the event. So if you're all the way across the world and it's 3 a.m. your time when it's 10 a.m. in LA, then you can watch the event whenever you wake up. And then you can watch the event for a full 2 weeks afterwards. And I think that that's such a great bonus because you don't have to be available right when the event is on and live to experience it and benefit from it. So Raj, could you talk about that? Because I know you've had lots of clients who've joined us this way.
Yeah, I think, the live stream is a very effective way to do the seminar because the way we have it formatted, it's like you're in the room. obviously I encourage at some point, if you're able, to come to the live event, because nothing can match the energy of the room. But I've had so many clients since we've been live streaming our events, and I'll take it back to our last paradigm shift, who's ended up coming to our other events because of the paradigm shifts like Matrix that has created a significant difference in their life. You know, I think the biggest key, you know, is getting around the information, and not just getting around it, but becoming obsessed with it and really make it a part of your daily habit. Make it part of who you are. You know, just like if you wake up and you brush your teeth, you want to study every day the same way. And, you know, you were talking about studying a few minutes ago, briefly, Mikey, but the key to understanding is studying. You know, Bob taught me that from day one. And repetition is a key, because there's only two ways you can change a paradigm. One is through spaced repetition and elite level coaching, and the other is through an emotional impact. But usually an emotional impact is something negative that happens, like a death in the family, a divorce, you know, like 9/11 was a great example of an emotional impact, especially for the people who were directly affected in New York. So what Bob, you know, is going to really do with everybody is really take them by the hand, especially the people who are live streaming too. And I'm talking directly to the live streamers right now, is he literally takes you by the hand, and it's going to be like he's talking for the whole 3 days just to you. And all you have to do is just do what he tells you. And the only thing people miss in their life from getting from where they are to where they want is the right direction. And I think this is, it's not that I think, I know the type of direction people are going to get and how much it's going to impact their lives, their family's life, their community. It really creates a significant ripple effect.
That's so true. I do want to give a quick shout out to Andrew, who said it's 1:10 in the morning where he is, and he still stayed up to join us. So thanks for doing that. I'm really glad that you're here. Now, Raj, you often talk about action and how important it is. And I know that that's something that Bob is really going to cover this weekend at the seminar, but I was hoping you could give us just a little bit of a preview.
Well, without action, nothing happens. You know, I've had clients in the past, and I could relate to it because I used to be one of them, that I was obsessed with studying this material, but I wouldn't act on it, you know. And without action, nothing happens. You know, if you look at the whole world, you know, the law of attraction got so polarized when The Secret came out, and Bob was obviously a star in The Secret. But if you look at that word attraction, the last 5 letters is action. You know, and if you look at that and really go into it, you have to take action. And here's the thing that holds people back. They let their ideas stay stillborn. They say, you know, I'm going to do this, but they don't act on it. You want to start getting in the habit when an idea really triggers an emotion in you that you really want to do it, is you want to act on it, not 5 minutes from now, not an hour, not tomorrow, but right away. And I will tell you, it will have a significant impact, not just today, not just a year from now, but it's going to have a significant impact going forward. And action is the key, because all this is information without there's no application, you're not going to get the results. The only way you could get results is through implementing through action.
Thanks, Raj. That is so good. Now, I've had quite a few people ask us in the chat and on Facebook how this event is different than our other events. And I think it is completely different, and I think you're the perfect person to speak to why that is.
Well, just like I said in the beginning, you know, of our interview, that this is so different because the depth of what Bob takes you to. Like, the whole thing is about getting you to understand paradigms and getting you to make permanent change. Now, you could have heard some of this information, but you're not going to hear it the same way because you're not the same person. And the information is delivered completely different. It's laser focused, and it's hitting you on a completely different level. And if you talk to anybody who, I've had some of my best clients who were at the last paradigm shift, and they've been to our elite events, and they've told me this is one of the best things they've ever done for themselves. And so the people who are asking that, I would ask them back, I want you to observe your results for a minute. And I want you to look at them from a neutral state. Don't emotionalize it. Just look at it from a neutral state and ask yourself, is this where I want to be? And if the answer is no, then understand that you haven't made the paradigm shift to the level that you need to get to where you want to go. Like, I've studied Napoleon Hill through Bob, you know, and he's gotten me to be an avid student of it. And Napoleon Hill says, you're not going to see a thing until you believe it. And repetition is the mother of learning. So I can't even count how many I've been to seminars, and I keep going back, not because I have to, but because I choose to, because every time I go, I become better. And we are not here to live 1,000 years, and we trade our lives for what we do. So I think if you have the opportunity and you really have a desire to improve your life, I think this is the best environment you could ever be around.
I could not agree more. You know, when I was talking to Bob right before our last paradigm shift event, and he said something that I thought was so good. He said, paradigms are the hinge your better life swings on. And if you think about it, as your life gets better and you understand paradigms deeper, then the door opens wider. And you understand paradigms deeper and it opens even wider. And so every time you want a little bit more or a little bit better, you have to understand paradigms just a little bit more and a little bit deeper. And your life just keeps getting better. So this material that we're teaching at Paradigm Shift, or that Bob and Sandy are teaching at Paradigm Shift, is really going to serve you for your entire life. You know, as you go after this goal, yes, but you're going to remember exactly what they're teaching this week whenever you go for your next big goal and your next big goal. So, Araj, did you want to add anything to that?
No, I tell you guys with 100% certainty, everything depends on where your paradigm is conditioned. You know, until you change the paradigm, the results don't change. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. And when you change the paradigms, you're operating from a higher level of awareness. So your whole world is going to look completely different. You're going to look at your life through a completely different camera lens than what you're seeing right now.
That's so good. Thanks, Raj. So really quickly, for anyone who is interested in joining us for the live stream, you can actually scroll down right below the video on this page and click register under the live stream ticket option. All the others are sold out. And I want to quickly tell you exactly what you're going to get with your live stream ticket. As soon as you purchase your live stream ticket, you're going to be sent an email with your workbook. And I really want to encourage you to go ahead and print it off and get ready. Get a pen ready. You're going to want to take lots and lots of notes this weekend. Bob and Sandy have a really content-packed weekend planned for you. I still see notes today in our Facebook group from people that attended the Paradigm Shift last October. So it's going to be an incredible weekend. You're also going to receive a full 2-week replay. You'll be able to watch it back. You'll be able to go back and any of the downloads or handouts that we gave out during the event, if you missed it, they'll all be available on the replay page. So you really are not going to miss anything. You'll get a full 2-week replay with everything that went on. So Araj, any final words?
My final words would be, I encourage everyone to be a part of this, because your life really is going to shift. And I believe everybody deserves an abundant life. And there's no better way to do it by learning from, in my opinion, the best teacher in the world on human potential and success, who's been studying this for over 55 years. I think you guys would be doing yourselves a huge favor. And one thing Bob taught me was that you have to be willing to pay the price. The price isn't just money, it's investment. It's what you have to give up to create that greater life for yourself. So I really encourage everybody on this call to be a part of it and really do what Bob's going to show you how to do, and Sandy's going to show you how to do. And you guys will really notice a significant difference. 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, you won't even recognize where you've been.
I completely agree. Thanks, Raj. Go ahead and reserve your live stream ticket now, right under this video, and we will look forward to seeing you all in just a couple days.
Bye, Mike.
Bye. Thanks.